Yup, that's my car at the dealership. Let's rewind a little bit. This all started back in the summer. I was looking for a new track-capable car. So I started researching the Cadillac brand and their racing heritage. I found that Cadillac promote their V-Series Blackwing vehicles. To be used on racetracks, they even pay for you to go to Spring Mountain Motor Resort. Here you will learn how to take your car on the racetrack. On top of promoting the Blackwing vehicles to be used on track, Cadillac also performed an extensive amount of engineering and testing. This testing was to ensure that these track-capable vehicles could withstand long track sessions without any mechanical failures. Fast forward to my first track day after the break-in period. After approximately 1 hour and 45 minutes of track time, I started to feel pulsing under braking. Unfortunately, my local GM dealership doesn't have their V-Series certification to work on these types of vehicles. So I had to travel a little further to gain access to certified service professionals at Bennett Cadillac. This is the part where I quickly learn I'm not dealing with certified professionals. Instead of putting the car on a lift, taking the wheels off, measuring the rotors for thickness variations by using a micrometer, they instead use the following diagnostics approach that they must have learned in their V-Series certification.
Yo, he beats on this thing. His average fuel economy is 18.1.
How dare you!
You can get better than that in this thing without beating on it.
I guess they're service advisors. Don't know the car comes with a built-in dashcam and records when the car is started. They either don't care about talking shit about customers on their dashcam, or they have zero attention to detail to even notice the notification of audio and video recording. The dealership then decides, instead of actually putting the car on the lift and spending time properly diagnosing the issue, the fuel economy, tire wear, and a visual inspection was enough diagnostics, and they would rather spend their time hunting down my social media. They ended up finding my profile, and they proceeded to call me to say they're shutting down any warranty claims on behalf of GM Canada because it was found that my V-Series Blackwing was used on a racetrack. They proceeded to tell me that the dealership deems this as abuse, as their car is not designed for this. The dealership would be happy to replace my rotors and pads, but it will be a few $1,000s and at the customer's expense. At this point, the lack of knowledge at the dealership became very frustrating, so I asked for the issue to be escalated to GM. As expected, GM stood behind their engineering and agreed that a rotor should last more than one track day. At this point, I voiced my frustration with the terrible service and also share the videos of their employees that you saw earlier, and they proceed to tell me they're just doing their due diligence but did apologize for their employees' behavior. After close to 5 months, they finally got the rotors in and replaced them. Once they were replaced, I reached out to get the original technician's notes, only for the dealership to admit that they never actually put the car on a lift, took the wheels off, and took rotor measurements to properly diagnose the issue. As you could imagine, I'm extremely frustrated by this point, and the dealership knows they got caught being very shady. So they decided to stop any further communication after this email.